start up ye old recording software. And we'll start a new game here, chat. And we're just gonna do explorer mode. Don't judge me too harshly. I'm tired tonight, and I just kind of struggle with CRPGs. They expect me to like have a brain or something, which I do not. All right. I'll leave that going. Let's come over here. Well, first of all, I want these to be the opposite. Alright, whatever. Okay. So first we're gonna play... We gonna play dude, chat. Should we do... Chat, what do we think I am? Am I more of a fighter? Am I a knight? Am I a ranger? Ranger. Am I a rogue? Ooh, am I a Shadama Blade? A wayfarer? Was not born of woman, but born of beast? Okay, so it's like a druid kind of thing. Witch, wizard, battle mage, cleric, enchanter, fighter. There was no legion in the slums of Yorthal. There was no mayor, no magistrate, no law. Only the fighter. If your horse had been stolen, the fighter would find it. If your landlord extorted you, the fighter would help him see reason. This justice was harsh, but effective. Order persisted. When the king heard of the vigilante who dared enforce law without the monarch's consent, he was outraged. Banish this traitor, the king said, but the king's guards could not subdue the warrior, no matter their swords and spears. At last, the king called upon a black witch to cast a spell upon the so-called usurper. As the fighter slept, terrible nightmares invaded, where soldiers could not. Mad with terror, the fighter fled, and wandered for weeks before the nightmares began to subside. But if the fighter dared wander in the direction of home, the nightmares began afresh. The king might be untouchable, but dark magic was not. As a source hunter, the fighter would destroy the charm at its root. The king could come after. I don't know, I kind of want to look into that, wayfarer. Because, like, what is the wayfarer? Are they like a... I can't tell if they're meant to be like a druid or a barbarian. Should we try it, chat? Let's do it. Can I customize it? Can I summon a different? Can I take a different summon? No. Okay.
Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
A whetstone. Quite useful for a war-weary blade. What could that have done?
I may have a blade or...
Hold. Our enemies have laid a trap.
I guess the rogue is okay for me, right? Hang on, we gotta get the... Oh. We gotta get the hair color right. Moonstone white, silver sunrise, midnight crystal. Okay, silver sunrise it is. And then obviously this is like a fantasy version of me. You can tell because he doesn't have cat hairs. I guess the beard is okay. Makes me look grizzled, don't you think? Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. Yeah. So there's that character. We should change his name, huh? Alright, now for the other character. Chat, this might be a bit of a giveaway, alright, but bear with me. We're just gonna make Fem Nick. Forgive me. Damn, some of these bitches fine as hell. I don't know. Fem Nick should really be like a girl fail, you know? Kind of like male Nick is. So we're not going to do a ranger. Oh, my bad. We're not going to do a rogue. Shadowblade, that's cool, but no. I'm kind of wanting to do... Hang on. Let me come back to me. I mean, the Wayfarer is a kind of caster. Oh, yeah. Well, chat, I guess if I'm the magic one, then my Femsona... I guess we'll do a Shadow Blade. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good idea, though, does it? A cleric would be useful. Chat, I really want to go for the cleric. For no particular reason. Do we do... I don't know. Do we do cleric or fighter? I guess we should do cleric. Let's do cleric.
Careful! I've spotted a trap. Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
I may have a blade or two that could use a honing.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, let's get the hair done right. Chat, the best part of playing these kind of games is playing dress up. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what, chat? We'll do that. I am now playing a goth baddie. Excuse me, that's my Mountain Dew Baja Blast talking. It really is, though.
Days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source.
I'll get my mouse out of the way.
Terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave source hunters are all that stand between Rivellon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever source appears, hunters follow.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The cam wants you up on deck.
Cam wants you up on deck.
Nickles means we're close to shore. I don't envy you going there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry and out for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil, nowhere safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters.
What a captain.
Happy to hear we've reached Sicil, but there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully.
You know what I like about this cutscene, chat?
Those are orc ships.
It's not hyper-realistic, you know, photorealistic body scans or face scans of actors. It's very stylistic, oil painting, like motion comic kind of style. It gives it character.
Sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, source hunters.
It's style, you know, it's character. As I've, like, gotten older, I've come to more and more appreciate, like, a game that has a visual style and a look, as opposed to a game that just looks like a movie. Like, don't get me wrong, looking like a movie is by far, you know, for sure, it's a technical achievement. It's great. But, like, I way more prefer a game that has its own identity, like Deep Rock Galactic, to a game that just wants to be Hollywood. Press home. And okay, gotcha. Okay, there we go.
I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west. I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
So true, me. So true. Isn't this music fun, though?
Corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What? Did you expect it to have an entourage?
Open your inventory and interact with the objects. Got it. Can I close that? Thank you. Ah, that was fun, huh? The Order of the Source Hunters. A brief history. When Source tainted... I'm not going to do that voice. That's not a good voice for reading. When Source was tainted so many centuries ago, sorcerers who had once brought great good began to wield a force of evil. When one of their kind, Brachus Rex, came to power, he instigated a war that would have undone Rivellon if not for the Council of Seven. Fucking son of a bitch. These wise rulers ordered a new order of... God damn. Ordered a new order of... of elite warriors, especially trained to fight the Source Menace. Brachus was defeated, and the Order of the Source Hunters began its legacy. Our objective is to eradicate the Source Menace from Rivellon. One sorcerer at a time. Just makes me think of Cartman in that one South Park episode. Was ist ein Verrat? Wir müssen die Sorcerer ausrotten! Recognizing Source. Unlike other forms of magic, source is particularly difficult to identify. Mages of many years' experience may learn to sense the presence of source, as others smell the sick sweet scent of poison, or hear the barely perceptible scrape of a sword loosened from its hilt. Source may be channeled through certain objects, weapons, gems, or metals. These are unpredictable, as source itself may inflict terrible harm or magnificent feats of healing upon either wielder or target. Methodology of the Source Hunter. Ours is an order of cunning and cleverness as much as strength and power. The well-trained Source Hunter will examine and question, lift every barrel, and analyze each testimony for the faintest breath of a clue. Nothing is insurmountable. If some knot puzzles you, mark its location upon your map and return to it when you've learned a better method of untangling it. There are no limits to a Source Hunter's resolve. No riddle is unknowable, no foe unbeatable, no mystery unsolvable. What a great way to tell your players what the game's about. Let's read my orders. Source Hunters, your orders are to investigate the recent murder of Councillor Jake and inspect the city of Sarseal for evidence of source magic. Your liaison in Sarseal will be a wizard called Arhu, who's anxiously awaiting your arrival. Due to the nature of your mission, we've put at your disposal some of the most powerful spells and magics known to the Order, but treat them with caution and tread with care. Scrolls such as these are very rare. We'd advise you not to blow through your entire arsenal at once. Good luck and Godspeed. Signed, Captain Waltrus. Alright, and then we got our Traveler's Journal. Rejoice, for the statues have granted my wish. Their whimsical nature, however, must not be taken lightly. So before I soar through the sky like an eagle, I shall attempt a mere hop from the cliffs down at the beach. This should be a small enough feat for the man that can fly. If this experiment is successful, the sun shall be my next target. Yeah, they did not make you gravity-proof, my man.
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues of all things.
Well, great deeds require the occasional leap of faith. I myself might have done the same.
Well, great deeds require the occasional leap of faith. I myself might have done the same.
Yeah, I'll make her a harridan. And end up a stiff tangle of limbs on a forgotten beach? I prefer a measured step to a flailing leap, thanks.
And end up a stiff tangle of limbs on a forgotten beach? I prefer a measured step to a flailing leap, thanks.
Isn't that fun? Oh boy, I got a shell. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. I played this game quite a few hours. You might have noticed when I had my Steam page open. I've already got quite a few hours and some achievements on this game. I played through quite a bit of it with a good buddy of mine on Discord. We were doing a co-op campaign. It was a lot of fun. I will say, a lot of CRPGs have co-op options, but they're not very well fleshed out. This game is, and it was genuinely like really fun. So I would highly recommend the co-op Divinity experience. I don't know that I'd go as far as doing like 4 players, you know, like Original Sin did. Or this is Original Sin, like the second game did. But yeah, just you and a buddy chilling out on Discord. It's a great time. Wooga, wooga, wooga.
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy.
Mommy?
As you say,
Conduit for my dick and balls.
Arise, fair dead. Seize upon our enemies.
Wow. That was easy. Oh, well, I am on story mode or whatever, aren't I? Alright.
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?
Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
Well, we can't turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Indeed! For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
Indeed. For all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
I love how my caricature voice of hers sounds absolutely nothing like them. It's fun. It's fun, it's very silly. Alright. There we go. Broken
This
vase.
seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Okay, very helpful.
This seems to be broken. Shut tight!
Okay, dude, calm down. Can't pick the lock. We'll have to come back to that.
This seems to be broken.
Oh, whoops. That's one of my favorite things about this game is being able to just like move stuff. Like, it's very fun. It was something me and my buddy abused a lot in the game. Would be, if we were in a boss fight that we were having a hard time with, one of us would go up and initiate, like, dialogue with the boss so that the combat wouldn't trigger. And then the other one would just go around the entire dungeon, scooping up as many, like, oil barrels and fire barrels as they could, pile them all around the boss, and then we just start the fight and detonate everything.
There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
Just fucking nuke them. It's a really, like, impolite way to go about the fights, but man, would it be funny. The sound design is also really fun.
Locked.
You know, like listening to the little, like, cold, hollow wind blowing through the dungeon. It's like I said, Larian is just, like, really good
I've always
at
heard
doing
there's typically more
RPGs.
to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day.
And, you know, I really appreciate, like, their talent and level of care and consideration. Like, they put in a lot of work. Like, even shit that they could, like, phone in with, like, for example, doing the voices of, like, the animals. They could just phone that in and be, like, super silly about it. But instead, they, like, take it seriously. And they get, like, voice actors. And they're like, you are playing a chicken. Voice a chicken.
Locked.
And they do a really good job. I appreciate it. I know for a lot of people, Baldur's Gate 3 was like their first exposure to Larian, and they're like, oh my god, this is so much better than Pee Pee Poo Poo Glup Shitto. This is just like heckin' Critical Role. But like, honestly, not even Larian's best work. Gravekeeper Ragequin. Tend the graves in the antechamber before moving to the inner rooms. To proceed, stand very close to the impressed door and press the button that appears on its right-hand side.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
Ah. That was neat. I really didn't expect that to work. Oh.
Must be some way to open this.
We made short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
That'll be fine, you big baby. Okay, F5 to quick save. You know, that music got a little intense there. It's like, boom, boom.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
Anyways, so I tripped over it. Aha. Found the key, chat. Mr. Bones! Okay. Bye, Mr. Bones. Do 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 do. Alright, hang on here, chat. Alright, so give me...
I will melt the flesh from your bones.
Oh, look. Metal temple door key.
Oh, yeah, I can just sit down and chill out by this little, like, underground river. That's cool. This is very wet crypts, chat.
I've spotted something interesting.
What's this? I found something.
Ta-da! Chat, isn't it fun being able to just, you know, put shit over the traps? Be like, oh, hey, that's a nice trap you got there.
I've spotted something interesting.
Ooh. Let's correct that. There we go. That's better. Look at that. An aged robe. I don't have anybody that really needs robes, but it's cool to have.
I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
I love the sneak. The sneak in this game is so fucking funny, chat.
I feel uneasy here. I better keep my weapon at the ready.
Got him. Got him, boys. Isn't that silly? Oh. Nope. Buddy. It's because I have them moving as a group, don't I? If I do that. Can you just...
This seems to be broken.
Oh, okay. Game wants to teach me how to craft. Yeah, I ain't doing all that, Chief. Maybe later. Yeah, I just wanted to play a little Divinity tonight to relax. It was kind of like, I haven't done content stuff in, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Since the last RoboCop stream. Okay, it's probably actually like more like 1 week. But, you know, I felt bad. I was like, I need to... It's like, I need to do it, you know, I need to... Yeah, yeah. was like, I need to stream, you know, I just gotta do it. And so, you know, that's why I decided instead of just watching YouTube and going to bed tonight, I was like, let's do a little stream. He seems nice.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The Bloodstone Defiler, where is it?
Amid a trio of strange cult-like figures before the entrance of this tomb.
Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now, and I may deign to end you quickly.
Bloodstone? I know not what you mean.
I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha!
Who are you?
In life, I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy.
I'll take my
Run
leave.
if you like, Defiler.
Okay, I guess we'll fight. Fine.
Meet your demise!
Die, vermin!
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Hey.
Seven have mercy on your soul.
The time of your death is at hand.
Just bonk. Okay, left alt. Oh, okay, I can just click on the thing. Alright, noted. But yeah, I liked his performance. That was fun. Yeah, that was a fun performance. Just a bit of silliness there. Alright, let's talk to the drunks.
Hold it right there, Orcs.
Calm down.
Just hold your tongue with you, Bibias. Can't be too careful. We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for Orcs, but they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm. We of the Legion, liberators of Riverlon.
Alright, interesting.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, old chum?
Shh! Just pipe down, will you, Bibias?
Seems you've been enjoying a drink or two.
Ever cat the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored stiff. Boredom's a demon, buddy, and booze is the demon hunter. There. I do declare it's time for this hunter to take another shot. Huzzah!
So, you're liberators, you say?
Aye. A noble word for watchdog, that. And that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat.
And separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the sword, that is.
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay. Legion's motto.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Benias?
We're here on Source Hunter's business. Here are our orders.
So, you're source hunters, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a two-bedroom birdcage that don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Agreed. A wizard is bound to know more about what is going on around here.
Capital. Come along, we're not far from
Hang on, I want to loot your shit first. Alright, let's go. So you gotta remember, chat, there's orcsies on the loose. The orcs in this game are fun. They're very stereotypical orcs, you know? But I appreciate it. I appreciate a bit of generic. Bruh. Hey guys. Not enough. No, I want you to attack it. Are you fucking serious? The black cultist is black? Alright, dude. Doesn't seem very nice. Yo, quit fucking up my guy. Yay! Get their asses! Fuck them up! Grab their dicks and twist it! Twist that dick! Twist that dick! Shit. Alright, got their stupid mage. Yeah, fuck him up. Shit. Yeah, get his ass.
Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander. Who was
How
that
very
joker leading those
curious.
orcs?
And
Damn
how
traitor.
very disquieting.
Where are Bibius and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Comrade.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Quite a variety of disparate accents. I suppose it's a coastal trading port town, so it's, you know, I guess it's feasible. See what I mean, though? Like, just the music is just, like, so nice. Maybe I should use Divinity music in my videos. That'd be fun. Alright, I guess it's time we finally head into town. Oh, we should level up our characters, huh? Skills, witchcraft. What's bodybuilding? Improve saving throws against knockdown, burning, frozen, bleeding, crippled, blinded, weak, diseased, infected, and drunk. Ah. Alright.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil.
Indeed.
You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city.
I was summoned here by a cat?
So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder.
Please, tell me more about the murder.
It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
Where can I find the scene of the crime?
Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek.
A councillor has been murdered, so I assume there are some suspects?
So there are. Or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed. But to be frank, I have my doubts.
I thought you were Arhu.
She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
There's something else I'd like to discuss. It may interest you to know that the orcs we took care of were led by a human.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
What exactly is this trouble you're having with the undead?
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane.
Oh, big yawn, sorry. Now, from what I've heard and seen, this isn't the first time you've had problems with marauding orcs.
Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools.
Do tell me more about this cat trick of yours.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise?
Furry.
Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate.
Memories all alone in the moonlight.
To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine. But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of 2 worlds.
Yeah, I'll take my leave.
I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Saisyn. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sects, undead, orcs. Well, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arthur mentioned?
Alright, chat. I'm gonna be right back. I need to go run my dryer a second time. Which is weird, I didn't hear the buzzer go off. Normally the buzzer goes off. Bear with me, bear with me. This might be one of my shorter streams, chat. We might just go for like, I don't know, 2 hours or so. It's quite late here. It just turned 11. The clock. It's 11 p.m. right now. And I do have to be up for work rather early in the morning. But I don't know. I'm not overly interested in going to bed yet, because I feel like I haven't really done anything, like, personally productive today. You know? And I've been, like I said, really slacking off on the content creation side of things. Oh. Hang on, chat.
We need more help or she's lost.
Hang on.
We mustn't let the flame spread to the arbor.
Soaking spray!
I helped. Do you see that, chat? Did you see me help? The ship was on fire, but I put it out because I'm a good person. Ooh, apple juice. Chat, we love apple juice. Bopple. Philip, Max, and Lewis. Okay, interesting. But yeah, so just kind of doing a little stream tonight, just a short little guy, just to kind of be getting back into the habit, back into the swing. So I've been slacking, chat. I've been slacking. There's no excuse for it, really. But so right now, part of the reason why I'm staying up is I'm just kind of letting my dryer do its thing. Drying my laundry.
All careful now. Never know when those green beasts are gonna launch another blazer our way.
Okay.
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie. A 2 feet addressing me directly? Huh. I thought I'd never see the day.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
Me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all around Sightseal, from dock to graveyard and back again. Speaking of Bull, you ought to say hello to him. He's clairvoyant, you know. Can tell you fortune to the T.
I'm seeing 2 feet approaching me, and here you are. My powers astound even me.
Tell me a little about yourself.
I'm Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Sightseal.
The 2 feets never bother to ask, but I see all that is and is to be.
Can you tell me my fortune?
Of course, most winsome 2 feet. Of course. What would you like to know?
Will I be wealthy? Now, will I be lucky in love?
Well, that depends, 2 feet. That depends. I see that love has caused you to falter in the past. Yes, falter dearly. You must reconcile your mistakes before you will find true love.
Chat, the speak with animals skill is basically a must for any playthrough of a Larian game.
Why, yes, most wealthy indeed. But you must be vigilant, 2 feet, for I see that your wealth will come by bloody means.
Bloody means. How will I die?
Death. Ever the most difficult topic to foretell. I see, oh dear. No, no, your reading is up. Yes, over.
Okay, bye, Bull.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's the warehouse. I don't need to go there. Press M on your map to reveal important characters and destinations. General store closed indefinitely. That sucks.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
Yeah, that merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish
That merchant
alone.
has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish. This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. A hungry man, you know.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Not in the mood for cheese. No excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine
There we go, chat. Oh, that's the mayor.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer. My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Tell me about yourself.
My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Cyseal, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Cyseal through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed.
Tell me about the issues in Cyseal.
What? Oh, you mean Cyseal? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jacon by source magic no less weren't enough.
we're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Sicil. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
What's this about a Staff of Pergamon?
What of what now? Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon.
This guy's great.
Yes, I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff.
Chat, I need to
managed
shave.
To pierce the order through means somewhat atypical to a government
Yeah.
nostril. Cecil proved an old fool.
Is it atypical to a government official? Bribery and smuggling. Is that really that atypical?
I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
About Jake's murder.
Jake? Murdered? Oh yes. Yes, now I recall.
This guy
Indeed.
old as fuck,
I
chat.
hardly believe it myself. The counselor and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob.
She banging the captain.
As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
Tell me about the Duke of Ferrol.
An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Tell me more about the undead.
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
Can you tell me more about Rivellon's sex?
Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally, well, they...
Let him go. Let him go.
Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
That's great.
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Sure, sounds interesting.
Marvelous. What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes. Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now.
A volume of poetry among novels? Ugh.
Ah, that's Victoria.
This isn't the grimoire. Omnes autem mali demonis quam.
Interesting. Also, Victoria. Whew. Chat. I got green fever. Alright.
What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Sicil. Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisher folk, which, incidentally, is a
Look at her
compliment
go,
of
chat.
copious
Look at
dimensions
her
indeed.
go. Ha ha. This game is dirty. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
Chat, is it gay to take pleasure in the company of men?
Everyone will have to pay yet another fine.
Why would you want to join forces?
Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you, the might of the magician's mastermind.
A wizard is a powerful thing,
On one
chat.
condition, that on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Easiest deal I ever made. Very well. There'll be no deals with demons.
Very well. There will be no deals with demons.
Agreed. Nothing good ever came from bargaining with those devils anyway.
Most gratifying.
Chat, it's kind of relaxing to just stream and play this game. Just like late at night. It's all quiet and stuff. Everything's dark. I got my little Christmas tree next to my PC.
Shall I follow you into the abyss? Onward, blood and triumph await.
I'm gonna start ending my calls at work like that. Oh wait, Victoria.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee,
Mommy.
Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
Who are you, madam?
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it?
Oh, nonsense.
When I was very young,
Mayor Cecil similarly
I must
has
have been
great
cast out
tits.
by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that
I like the
chose to
teetering
his way.
tower of books behind her.
He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
Very good. May I take books from the library?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Aw, she's awesome. Chat, Victoria's great.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Stein-Ticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Secrets of the Scroll. Rivellon's powers are many, and even without the intervention of we enchanters, her magic shines through even the most common objects. Sprinkled with a bit of pixie dust, these objects' natural powers are quite enhanced. A rabbit's paw, for instance, might only be of use of the most superstitious, but given a fine coating of pixie dust, the paw becomes magical. The paw's magical properties spring to life. Held on a thread, rope, or ring, the magical paw will bring great luck to its wearer. But the rabbit's paw is only the tip of this magical iceberg. Oh. Chat, I learned recipes. Who knew reading could be so beneficial? Why would I read when I just want to goon to Victoria? Not Esmeralda. Esmeralda's mid. Victoria, though, she's my wife. She just doesn't know it yet.
Cache d'Nor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
Another scroll, but I don't want to steal. Okay. Well, that's the library, and we got our wizard. And we got to hit on the orc mommy. Now, I really do need to find that captain fellow of the Legion. Marcius Claudius. I love the music and sound design in this game.
Indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town.
Are they?
The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight.
I do not trust this man.
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot, so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
I swear to God, chat, if this motherfucker tries to sell me on solar panels or water filters or holistic medicines, I'm gonna kill him.
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what
I swear to God, if he
been
says
broken?
doTERRA,
I save
if I hear oils, I'm going berserk.
I change them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
I like adventure. Of course I do. How could somebody in my profession not?
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Some could not because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
Some could not because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
Clearly, two strong personalities.
This guy's such a fucking dick sucker.
Voice their opinions with
Over here glazing us.
What else could I
Professional glazer.
source hunter?
Professional glazer. What do you want, dude?
Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
And I can't say that I have.
And I can't say that I have. I'm content with what I have.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And riches are so very alluring.
I will say, it's a really, like... It's a really, like, Sorry, I'm having a hard time. Listen, I've been up for, like, a long time at this point. Larian, like, very clearly put a lot of thought and work into, like, these interactions. You know, where they give like you and your deuteragonist the choice of like what you say and what kind of personality you have, because they have all these different outcomes that still lead to the same place, which when done poorly is definitely like a negative, but when well executed, kind of like here, it's positive. It's nice.
Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside.
Pecuniary. That's a $5 word.
Without spice. To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that. And at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
This is a multi-level marketing scheme. I think Nick would be more like, I don't mind following orders, and Nikki would be a bit more assertive.
There's no shame in following directives if your masters are worthy of your trust.
You'll always stay menial with that attitude. Just what those trusted masters want.
You disagree with one another, but that proves you are firm-willed. That you have the minds of independence, not dependence. Admit, life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream.
This bro is a professional yapper. Like, holy crap.
And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab. So that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
I'll take my leave.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Haha, waka waka.
Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can open this door for...
Well, where do I get... Okay, dang it. I was hoping he'd be able to tell me. Maybe the bartender can.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Nah, he can't tell me. Oh, chat. I can talk to the animals.
Never saw you in the King Crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Is he hitting on me? Who are you?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but...
You can tell he's a good cat because he's silver.
...to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Being the King Crab's foremost patron ever since.
Tell me about the ship you were on.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right beneath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
You were the only survivor?
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm.
Chat, he's literally me.
For a companion of my own kind. And in that regard,
Yay, my dryer.
like Maxine. Maxine. The mayor's darling pet. grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
I have some other questions for you.
People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother.
Chat, let's ask the house cat about fucking geopolitics.
I mean, they're so
Unsinkable Sam, what's your opinion on the two-state solution?
have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1. Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
I'll take my leave.
The likes of which I doubt you can unfathom, old friend.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a...
Alright, chat. I need to find my way up to the military camp, I suppose? Because I gotta talk to Aureus or whatever. Aurelius. I thought for sure he'd be in the tavern or the mayor's house, but no. So, he must be down here. Oh, hello there. Hello there. Oh, hello there.
Baking like a cake.
Oh, it's just the Legion over here in Sicil. Oh, hello there from the Legion. Oh, look at that. I see you discovered another waypoint shrine. And not just peachy. Okay, that's the graveyard. There's a very sad quest in the graveyard. I've done that one before. Makes me want to cry. We're probably going to get to do it next stream. Yeah. Run! Run!
How the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth. I sailed the seas. I walked the worlds.
Tick, 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 tick.
Good look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Sicil's ramparts.
Yeah, dude, I know. That's why I'm here. God, am I gonna have to, like, actually open my journal and read to figure out where I'm supposed to go? What is this, fascist Italy? It's an exaggeration, chat. Okay, here we go.
Greetings, feast or... Step aside! Ah! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pot!
The chicken has the right to live too.
Yes, let's pardon him. Just look at the little blighter.
Yippee-ki-yay! Why did you let my chicken escape?
Because you're French. Nah, not really. I just feel like my little druid talkie to animals guy would do that. That's Selenia. That's not who I need.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one.
Yeah? What is
I
that?
know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well.
God, everyone could use my help, couldn't they?
We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Okay.
And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is.
A mouth?
A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction.
Let's discuss the undead.
The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
Good to know. I'd like to talk more about some matters concerning the Legion.
Glad to share what information I can give you.
Let's discuss the expeditions into hostile
If ever we want to be
territory.
victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation.
I see.
The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
Lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety.
Burial
There are
mounds?
ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
And the old
There's
church.
a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
You mentioned a pact you made with your legionnaires?
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally signed their transfer order. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Okay. I still haven't found the captain.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Yeah, and that's a gate. They're guarding the gate. Oh, that's the house. Esmeralda, I think is her name. I think that's where Esmeralda lives. What did you spotted? Oh, Moonstone. Well, let's go get it. No. Map? Log. Mysterious murder. The Legion headquarters up in Sicil proper. Okay, so where's the Legion headquarters? Crime scene. Okay. We were kind of on the right track, chat. Yeah, this song bangs. I like this one.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? That's poggers, chat. Ah, here we go. That's right, because Bear Daughter.
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any...
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
We gotta get Bear Daughter.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
A curious situation you've got here. Is the woman in this cage under arrest?
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal.
I'm sold.
We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Damn. And what will become of this admittedly strange stranger?
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She's likely to come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch our backs.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Hi, Bear Daughter.
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears?
Of the bears. World's most intelligent Scotswoman.
In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place.
Aw, isn't she the best?
And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Threes. Do you know it? The wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the bear daughter.
I love her, chat. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Ask freely, my friend.
So, you were raised by bears in the wild?
Your city is far more wild than Home Forest. In Home Forest, the rules are clear. In Home Forest, your strength and speed determine your fate. Here, a tiny screech woman, no swifter than a mudworm, might confine you into a tiny cage, and one must wait for a kind stranger to grant freedom.
Yeah.
Jarrett, wise Jarrett, taught me the bird songs of our people. If not for him, I would never have learned more than the beasts could teach me. A beast's life is to survive. A human's is to know. I am both beast and human, and so I must do both.
You seem to know quite a lot of history for the daughter of a bear. How is this possible?
I have learned all the bird song that Jarrett could teach. I remembered every word. These tales have brought me much pleasure. The remembering of the beasts is without lies. We know not to approach the wasp's nest because long ago one bear mother discovered its dangers. This she taught to her cubs, and those cubs taught the next. We do not remember Rito and the battle of the buzzing brutes. We remember only what is useful to us now. Rito will be forgotten. The beauty of the story will be forgotten. But the lesson will not. It is different between beasts and humans. I am lucky to enjoy both ways.
Tell me more about Jareth.
He came to me when I was small. A fierce, wild one, yet unaware of the difference between the other cubs and herself. He called to me in a soft song. At first I thought him a great bird. We each reached out to the other. We found each other. Jarrett visited me often. And in time I learned his songs and more. When he built a small cabin within Home Forest, I hunted his food and fetched his water by day while he studied his books and his magics. By night, by the fire, he'd tell me tales of the world of people. Jarrett is my master and my friend. My teacher and myself. He teaches me and I care for him.
Why have you come to Saisiel?
I heard this was a place of many people, so here I came. I have seen more faces here in a day than I had seen in all the days of my life together. But I have not found the face I seek. Jarrett is missing. It is my duty to find him.
Have you any clue where Jarrett might be?
That mystery is thick and ugly as a swarm of hornets. It started with a great disturbance in Home Forest. A terrible disease came in the night and turned the birds and beasts soft and foul as carrion while they still lived. I watched countless of my loved ones die, rotted from the inside. When I ran to Jarrett to tell him what I had seen, his reaction was strange. He had no answer. The next morning, Jarrett did not emerge from his room. I left him be, but after 3 days I grew anxious. I broke down the door and inside his chamber was nothing. His equipment, his books, all but some scraps of parchment were gone. He was kidnapped and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words, but I recognized the threat. Death coming for you. And the signature? Attenborough. I do not know the one called Attenborough, but I know that if I am to find Jarrett, I must start there. Whoever this Attenborough may be, I believe he or she may know where Jarrett has been taken.
I'll take my leave. Alright, chat. She's still... what?
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
There's little in our world. Let's see here. Unpredictable, likely to kill is to heal. It's the best to be wary. No, I agree with number one. There is little in our world more variable than the minds of men. It is the source of great beauty and much despair, and all of it uniquely human. You find fellows surprising.
Sorry, sir. It is difficult for me to claim humanity as you do. I am still learning to see myself in the faces of those I meet. And those I meet do not always see themselves in me. It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me.
Chat, she want me. She want me bad.
No, sir.
Drill sergeant.
Those boots that embarrass a bridge troll get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Wait, am I heading in the wrong direction? I think I am. Hang on. Hang on.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, in this building here, I think is where we need to go. We're gonna talk to the captain to get our clearance, or at least get started on that, and then we'll probably end stream for the night. Aureus.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Saisiel, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Saisiel. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number.
Pleasant fellow. Let's discuss Jake's murder.
Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. He just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town. Not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you!
In regards to Jake's wife, Esmeralda...
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone?
Nope, they were all sorcerers. Every last one.
Stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition.
Uh-huh. I'd like to ask some additional questions.
If you must.
So your main problem is the undead.
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
How are you enjoying Cecile?
How am I enjoying it? You spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Cecile stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and by now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Cecile.
Tell me about the Legion.
We are the pride of Riverlon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric, and we do so impeccably.
And what, in your opinion, are the orcs doing on the beach?
I'd say they are looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
Ahu tells me he suspects a sect might be at work around Cecile.
Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. You'll be seeing flying carpets next.
That's a bit racist. Alright, chat. Well, there we go. That was our first stream of this game. Divinity! So, I hope you enjoyed hanging out, and I am gonna end stream here, put out my clothes to dry for tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. But I thank you for dropping by, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back with another Divinity stream tomorrow, late at night, once again, because right now I'm on the closing shift, so it's kind of... I'm on the closing shift, and I'm doing overtime, so it's kind of the only time I can stream. But so, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, a little bit later, for just another like, more chill, relaxed stream. But otherwise, thank you for dropping by, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely night.